This is Ken, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. All right, we got a bit of Soul Land Reloaded up today, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. So the event for Wrong has ended, but you should have managed to snatch up approximately 90 of the actual shards for her. So let's go ahead and scoot on back here. Where's she at? This is plus right here. So you should have scraped up 90 shards for her. There'll be another event probably sometime in the next 2 weeks, and you'll get another 20. Then a few weeks after that, there'll be an event for the new character. Probably going to be 10. Well, it's probably going to be Wu, I would assume. And in that event, there'll be a chest, and you'll be able to get 20 Wrong shards there, and you'll be able to make Wrong at that time. So 4 weeks or so, we should have her completed. But until that time, just make sure you got the 90, because if you don't get the 90, or if you didn't get the 90, it's going to be difficult to actually complete her in about 4 weeks, because you'll have to wait until the next event comes out where they'll have another shard chest in it, where you'll be able to get the shards from that. So I hope everybody was able to get the 90 shards that you needed. Now, looking at some of the other stuff that we've got going on, so we do have the Summer Carnival. This event's still going up. It's got another 4 days. Just there's some good stuff in here. I've snatched up some materials, resource materials. Got a bunch of these right here. The tickets, you want to get those because I have to make 3. I have to buy 3 SS weapons or SS plus weapons for Ren, so that I can actually complete her final awakening. You need 3 for awakening weapon items to actually do the final, so I have to get 3 of them, and that's 5,500 tickets up. So that's going to be 16,000 and some change. So that's what I've got. So I purchased a bunch of those inside of the event, but there's all kinds of resource materials in here. So anything you need, go ahead, and now's a chance to do it. Fiery Sky Luo is up. Okay, make sure that you do purchase some shards, and they've also got some shards for some of the other weapons in here. I am going to snatch these up because they can be used to do that. You don't get these, you don't get those shards very often. Okay, these are SS plus shards. You really don't get these. There's really no way to get those except during the events. And of course, you definitely want to purchase the actual shards for Fire Sky Luo. We're still about 14 shy of being able to complete that. So the hidden weapons, they sort of, and they don't really have a set way for them, so it's really difficult to get them. And then they have the hidden weapon chest. I was able to open up 150, so I was able to get 60 of the actual things here. I used those to complete the Moonlight Shard. I'm just in the process of maxing all those out. Almost finished up with that as well too. I'll be have that finished in 3 or 4 days probably. So yeah, so definitely want to get that. So let's take a look at the hidden weapons here. So are any of them really being close? So upgrading, we need 65. 50. And 30. So we've only got 30 of them. So I'm probably just going to hold off at the moment, because I really want to throw those into, I really want to put those into the actual Eye of Terror. I want to bring that up another notch. Upgrade that since it's being used right now. In my main team, I can probably, but either one, it's not going to do it. So I'm only able to get 30 shards. I'll just hold on to them until I get some more shards for the next event, and then I'll throw those into the Eye of Terror. I want to get that one up. She's using that as the front tank. It helps out immensely, so we can use that. So my team has changed, as I'm sure you know. I do have Rakasha BB Dong. into the team as the like when it sort of moved Bo out slightly. She's just right out the side there. I'm doing a lot more damage in all facets of the game. So it was definitely a good choice. I've still got some things to bring up on her. I've still got to start doing her divine skill, but everything else seems to be working along pretty well. Put the soul bones on her, got everything working up there, so that looks really nice. But it was definitely a good choice because I have a more direct attack. So what I'm going to be doing right now is I've almost got enough shards for wrong right here. So what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start bringing up a Suratang Chen, but I'll just be using the shards I have, native shards as they say. So I can probably bring him up a little bit right now. Let's go take a look at him. He's right. So as you can see, he's 1 star. So yeah, I've got a bunch of a bunch of shards that I could use for him. And just bring him up a little bit because he will be introduced. He will be introduced in the team. He will be taking over slot. The reason I'm doing this is because I now have, I have slots are opening up. I hit 95 yesterday. That opened up another slot. So I moved S-Ren back into that slot. S-Ren will move out when Wrong becomes in. But until that time, I have to have, I have to have something in the slot. So do that. So I'm probably going to just take him up to Moon at this point. There. Upgrade and then boo, 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 boo. Upgrade. So now I have him at Moon. So that'll bring him up a little bit. We've got some physical skills to hang up on him. I'll hit up on those later. I just wanted to get him up to Moon there so we could start getting, as you can see, pretty good increase in my BP. As you can see, my BP is already up at 1254. So we're moving right along. So where's that move him up into the thing? Yeah, that moves him up a little bit. It's where he should be. I actually want to try to get him up so that he's sort of right here. But yeah, it's going to take a little while. I'm just going to go as it goes. I'm not going to use any of the shards in the chests. I'm going to save all those shards in the chests. And then about a week before we're due to get wrong, I'll stop leveling up a Suratang Chen. And then I'll build up a couple of native upgrades for wrong, and then I'll finish it off with the chests. So probably have to use all of those chests. Get rid of them, and we'll have wrong at full, and then we'll start bringing her into a replacement for Ayen. We'll see. You'll see if she's got a pretty good skill set. Like I say, it leans a little bit more towards support. Ayen is pretty much, she has some support, but she's pretty much just a straight healer. She doesn't do much in terms of anything else other than heal, increase your attack speed and some stuff like that. Wrong, we have stat increases. We have an abundance of support skills. So I would expect that we're going to see a pretty good increase in damage dealt. But will it be enough to offset the survivability? We'll have to see. She's an SS+, so my assumption is that once we get her up there, she's going to be a little bit more effective than Ayen, and that's what we're going to operate on. Plus, this by doing wrong, we get away from having to work on 3 healers. So now I can just focus on Ayen, and I can focus on wrong. You only need 2 healers because there's only 2 teams. So Oscar really not needed at this point as much. So I don't really have to worry about bringing him up in terms of that. So we'll be able to just set our focus on getting Tang Chen up there. I've got the basic set for him. I've got an attack set on him, and as you can see, it's already got some levels to it. Okay, so moving up in terms of that. As for this, it's, these are just, this is a brand new set. I'm going to have to put, I just put it on him a little bit recently, so I'm going to have to start leveling it up. Okay, but first I got to focus on leveling up and maxing out the other ones. I'll probably have them maxed out in a few weeks because I'm working on they're still working on their soul bones as well. So as you can see, I can get them up a little bit higher in terms of levels. So that's what we'll be focusing on. Is start maxing them out. First, I'm going to get them all to 180, which I do have them all to 180. Then from here, I'm just going to start. I can get it up to take it up to 190 because I did go up to 95, which means that opens up the slot. So we can now go to 190, and that's max. So once I get all of these maxed out, I will then come back and begin to hit, work on Asura Tang Chen's set and get him up to the set. So we'll just max these out. More than enough gold, but I'm going to run a little bit short on the actual enhancement stones here. But they're in the shop. They're in the carnival, the summer carnival that's up. You'll be able to get some in there. So I'll probably spend a nice hunk of my resources on that. And as you can see, BP is moving up, but it does it very slowly. That's why I say if you're looking for big BP, you want to SS plus these soul bones. That's just the way it is. Throw in one of these to SS soul bones. Even at level 90s and stuff, you're still looking at about 15 million in a BP shot up when you use those. So that's definitely the best way to go. Okay, so those are all maxed out. So gave me about 2 million BP. That's roughly what I thought. We're also working on the breakthroughs for these. Oh, I've got one more to do. I've got to get Yens. Looks like I might come up just a bit short. I was hoping to get by without it. Looks like we might be okay. It's going to be close. Not quite. Going to come up a bit short. Yeah, a bit short. But these stones, like I say, they're in the carnival. We go to the carnival. Resource exchange. You'll see them right here. And you can get 48,000 just like that. So that's what I like about these things. You can get what you need. They give you a chance at everything. So there's something you might need specifically. There we go. They're all maxed out. So, but yeah, like I say, popping these up. So fusion stones, I need a bunch more to get this. Hopefully they'll have a soul bone event pretty soon sometime, and we'll be able to get that. So now that those are all maxed out, I can now start focusing on bows, which is at 90. Okay. Or I could start focusing on Asura Tang Chen's. I'll probably do bow first, simply because of the fact that bow is one of the second team attackers. Okay, so the next thing we want to look at is we want to look at the breakthrough. Okay, so let's get everybody up to 4. So we've got everybody up to 4. Everybody's up to 4. Everybody's up to 4. Everybody's up to 4. Everybody is not up to 4. So, like I say, these can go on wrong once I get them done. So it doesn't matter. That's why I say, um, never breakthrough. Never scam. There's no use holding off on any of the soulbone materials because they can be moved from one character to another. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's not like something that you're putting on if you're not going to use the character in the future. It would go to waste. It's not going to go to waste. Okay. So all of them have a broken 4. So now we'll go back to this and we can start focusing on bringing up these, and we're going to start getting into mythic. So we're getting there. Okay, so we're a little bit short on these. These are in the carnival. Not sure I'll be able to purchase any though because I'll have to wait until I get some more mats. Now I was only able to purchase a couple hundred. Not going to help too much in that terms. But yeah, we're going to start being able to go into mythic territory in terms of their breakthroughs. Yeah, I need a little bit more. But so it's still got 4 days. So each day that you're doing running your stamina, when I run my stamina again tonight, I'm going to continue to purchase these enhancement stones, breakthrough stones, and then I'll be able to do a couple pieces of this into mythic 1. That's what I was looking for. And then of course we'll get them all into mythic. And we'll just keep moving them up. So it takes a little while, because you got to get not only the stones, but you got to get these. I purchase these at every chance I get. And you can get these in select places. So anytime you see these, you should purchase these inside of the Soulbone shop. They also have them inside. You can purchase them inside of your sect, which is another reason you should definitely consider joining a sect, because you can get them inside of the actual Tyrant's Nest, along with Soulbone Essence right here, along with the Time Essence. But yeah, so you can get those right here as well. So it's just free ways to get them. That's why you should participate in everything, simply because of the fact that there's multiple ways to get some of these items, and you want to get those items because if you take a look at inside of here, it's 8 and 8, so you can get them inside of here as well. So there's multiple ways to get these, and you want to make sure that you have them because they are very important. The stones are something that the way to get the stones, I find that the easiest way to do that is actually through Ice Fire Yin Yang. Okay. As you can see, you can get items inside of here. Here's the stones that you can get right here. So this usually fills up every 2 days or so, and I can get several thousand of them right here. Okay, so that's why I say that you got to play everything, because there's different ways to get stuff. Even doing the Soul Beast Force, when you clear that out, as the rewards, you will get some of those resources just by doing it. So you make sure that you do it every day and claim it. I started in the morning and claim it in the evening, and we usually start another one in the evening so I can claim it in the following morning. So it's basically, that's what I said about consistency. Like I was out for the past 4 days. I had some personal family business to take care of, but I was able to get on, do my dailies. Wasn't able to do much in the way of min-maxing, but I was able to at least log on to the game a couple times and do stuff real quick, when I had some free time. So even though I was out and not doing videos, I was still actually keeping up with the game. So we're up to 12:55. Okay, so Fiery Sky Luo, this is going to end today. So we should have something to do coming up tomorrow in terms of an event, which will continue along with the Summer Carnival. probably something here inside the time limited events. We really don't have much going on at this time. They did have a pretty good thing. You got the free ones here. Then they had some Soul Master shards. These are SS plus shards, guys. Do not let this pass by. These are SS plus. This is not SF. This is SS plus. So this is a free divine skill for your character. I used it on the Beast, Clear Sky, to bring his divine skill up to 2. This big BP jump, that had a lot to do with it. So yeah, so that's what I say. These weekly gift bags are just ridiculously well. And this was a chance to get you'll be able to get 4,500 of the tickets. Like I say, I need like 16,000 of them to purchase those the 3 awakening weapons for Ren, so I could do the final awakening on her. And that's my next, that's my next big focus. So you know, just keep it up. Try to do whatever you can to do it. Always make sure to complete your 100 words inside the festival so you can get the shards. This is very important. You want to keep up those divine skills for the characters out. Like I've already got her divine skill maxed. Okay, I've got Tang Chen's maxed. I'm working on Tang. I've got Tian's maxed. I'm working on Tang Sen. He'll be done probably by next week. And then I've already got Zhu maxed out. SS plus. And then, as you can see, then I'm going to start working on all of them. Okay, so you want to make sure that you get the divine skills maxed out, because it does help with, it does boost the BP for that character, which in turn contributes to your main BP, which contributes to better stats, which increases to better damage. So it's all circular. It all links together. Red packet drop is up. Make sure you are participating in this. I had a pretty good one. On my first one, I hit something like 1,200. I only got 481 today. I have good days and bad ones, but I'll be able to finish out the 3,000 pretty easy. So it's always something that you want to possess, because all the diamonds that you get them in one shot. As you can see, my diamonds are back up. I was down to like 7,000 diamonds last week, but I'm already back up to 16,000. And I did purchases inside of the time limited buy as well too. So as you can see, diamonds are replenished. If you're playing the game consistently, you'll be able to get a refill on your diamonds fairly quick. All right, so that's just what I wanted to do. So Fiery Sky Luo, that ends today. Make sure that you have, make sure that you got everything that you want. But of course, make sure that you did purchase both of these, and then of course anything else that you have left over. If you got an excess in diamonds, you might want to throw some other stuff. And all of this is good stuff, and it can be used. But this ends today, so make sure that you do it today, and make sure you're doing as much stamina. Just running this series, running the actual doing the basic game items, the single matches inside the arena and whatnot, all of those, and then just running standard sweep 10s and stuff inside of the story. That's how you get these resources. Okay, and these resources could then be used to purchase the good stuff. So yeah, do as much as you want. Whenever there's a good event like up that, I tend to go a little bit bigger. Like with today, I've even did a legendary beast. Okay, just because I run a little bit more stamina to get I went a little bit over my 10 and used a couple more sausages to actually do that. So anytime that there's anything like that of an event where you can get a special event where just running the standard, using stamina gets you the materials to purchase stuff, you want to do that so you can maximize your resources, because you burn through resources pretty quick. And you got to replenish those, because if you can't replenish them, you can't enhance everything. And it takes a little time, but as you can see, we're maximizing everything out. So yeah, we're looking pretty good on the soul bones in terms of that. So as you can see, that's what you want to do. Max out your enhancements. And we'll be able to, once the party creases into them, we'll be able to actually bring it up a little bit more. But every one that you do gives you a buff to your BP. And in the long run, that's what it amounts to, is BP. So I got some people asking about they were asking about the simulated shop over here at Shrek Academy. you definitely want to focus on this, and the reason you want to focus on this is because of the stuff that they have inside of the Academy shop. You can get XP and you can get shards. Okay. Um, Another good thing about doing this is you actually get a little bit of experience because you could register different teams. It's not too as I was saying before, it's not useful uh, for any type of learning experience for players who are in the SS plus SS because you might get one SS character, the rest are going to be S's. But if you're newer to the game, this is extremely useful in terms of picking out what types of teams function. You know, um, an attacker, two attackers, a tank, and a healer. So that's the type of teams you want to formulate, and it helps you choose which characters you want to focus on because we have the regenerate option. You can switch between your soul masters and choose whichever soul masters you want to use. You don't yet you and because you can regenerate, you get all the resources that you used on one character, uh, and then put it onto another character. So when you start out with your A's and B's, you can regenerate them, get all those resources you used to bring them up, and you can start putting that on your S's to bring them up. Okay, so inside the squad, you're allowed to see which characters, how they attack, what type they attack they use, what's the best weapon for them. Okay, because you can choose hidden weapons too. That's an option in there as well. So it's really good in terms of training. So it's definitely something. I know it's a little time consuming because you have to manually make your team, and then you have to go through each battle each time. So it can take a good 20 minutes just to run it, but it's very useful in terms of team composition, what works best and what doesn't work best. So it's definitely something that I do it. Like I usually get uh, at least 5 or 6 tries, and the reason I do it is because of the fact that it's actually one of the weekly things here. Okay, I can't show them because I already cleared them, but you actually have to do battle simulations. Okay, and that's one of the weeklies. Do one battle simulation is one, and I think it goes to, I think it might be do 10 battle simulations. I think is what they are. They're closed because I've already done them. I've already run it twice. So, but I think that's what it is. I think it's 1 and 10, or is it 3 and 10? It might be run 3 battle simulations and then run 10 battle simulations as a second part of it. Either way, but it's one of the requirements. It's not necessary to do it if you're going to actually do the Devil Whale in the North region. If you're going to be doing both of those, then it's really not necessary to do the battle simulations because, as you can see, I've already maxed out my chests, and I've still got like a bunch of stuff in here I can do. I'll finish most of this off. I'll pretty much clear this out because they do each have singular rewards. So, don't let them sit. You might as well do them since they're in here. Uh, but you just, yeah. But I think it's something useful, especially if you're a newer player. Go in there, set up some squads, see what works good for you. And to give you a chance to help form out a team that suits your play style. But in general, you want to have a tank, which is a shield. So you want to have a character that has the shield. Okay. Then you want to have 2 attackers. You've got melee or you've got ranged. Then you want to have a healer, which is the little cross right there. That's standard team comp. And in sections in game web the game where you have 2 teams, you want to do another 2 teams. So you want to have another tank, a couple of attackers. Okay, and then you want to have another healer. Right now I'm using Oscar, but it's really not useful. I decided not to throw mats into him simply because of the fact that I'm going to have to keep him in my as a support character because there's not enough SS characters to start regenerating them. There will be in the future, but I didn't want to put a lot of mats because I knew we were going to get an SS plus healer, as I've said before, which we are, which is wrong, and she's the character that we're currently working on. So that's what you want to have for your 2 teams, and it works out fine. If you look at some of the higher team comps, that's what you'll find out they're using, and it's productive. I'm pretty much anybody around the same BP as me, I usually win. I win a lot more consistently now that I got rid of Bo and put in um, Rakasha BB Dong, because she does an excellent job, uh, as well as a little bit more support as well as attacking. Her survivability is actually, she actually, it used to be in the tree and it would be Clear Sky would be the only one left. Now we're seeing actually, uh, but sometimes Clear Sky would die. Sometimes I'd be wiped before the actual end of the battle. I survive always, and it's used 9 times out of 10. It's Rakasha who's still up, and she takes it. So that's, if you want to look at the survivability. I think that's why a lot of people were saying that she can carry a team, is because she has excellent survivability as well as excellent attack. So she's got several useful traits that are very good. So definitely want to max her out if you do got her. And she's an excellent character. But yeah, her survivability is off the scales. I'm very, very surprised. Usually, another place that I've been noticing it is inside of the actual Ascension platform. Uh, the Ascension platform is difficult. A lot of people, as you can see, I'm up to 10-9, so I advancing through it slowly. I mean, don't get discouraged. Okay, what happens is there'll be areas where you'll be able to beat one or two, and then the next one will just rout you. It's just a BP thing, seriously. Uh, if your BP is capable of doing it, you'll be able to do it. So this is my main team right here. Okay, the key to winning this, one of the ways that I find to win it is protect your healer. That's the key. Do not let any of these birds or whatever. Do not let any of them attack your healer. Okay, because that's, if your healer dies, you die. So what I do is I just run my healer all over the screen. Okay, keeping her alive. I know it's unfortunate, but I'm trying to keep her alive. So basically, I get to somewhere where she's not being attacked. Okay. But unfortunately, they keep throwing the birds out. But sometimes they'll go to Rakasha. So basically, I just keep her alive. That's all I focus on, is keeping her alive. Because I know if I can keep her alive, chances are I'll be able to actually complete the actual event. Just by keeping her alive, uh, you know, gives me a good chance of actually completing it. So we're on the final egg there. So we beat it. See? So that's what you got to do. Keep your healer alive at all cost. Because if the healer goes down, you're not going to beat it. Okay? The healer goes down, you're not going to beat. It's off. It's over. And what happens is, especially in this particular one, these little turtles right here will target. You'll see who they're going to target because a little icon will appear right here showing the face of who they're going for. So you know right away who they're going for. And they will take down a character fast, especially if it's someone in your back line. So basically just move the healer on the screen and keep her alive. Move her to one side, stop, let her heal. Okay, and then when they focus on her again, move her somewhere else, stop, let her heal, and just keep doing that until there's nobody on her. And she'll basically keep you alive, because that's what you need to keep your guys alive. They take a lot of damage, and they take it fast inside of this, especially when you're up in the 10s where I'm at. So it's very important that you try to at least do that. But that's how you beat it. So that's how I do it. So keep your healer alive. Chances are you'll probably end up becoming victorious. And you get pretty good rewards at the end of the week. You get a weekly reward for how many levels you cleared and whatnot. It can be several thousand diamonds. So it's definitely something to take part in. All right, so that's all I got. So thanks a lot for watching. Remember to subscribe. Once you subscribe, you'll see that bell. Click on it. You get notified each time I drop a video. Thanks a lot for watching. This is Ken Rear coming at you from the corner, signing out.